Winston Churchill said, "The truth is such a precious commodity, we often have to surround it with a bodyguard of lies." Well, let me give you a big truth. Black victimization is the biggest hoax of our generation. The idea that black people are relentless victims of relentless white racism all the time, everywhere, that explains everything. That's the biggest lie of our generation. But when you have an enormous lie like that, here's what's holding it up, propping it up. You can decide for yourself whether it's being propped up by a truth or a lie. We pick up a newspaper every day and we read that when we read about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee during the national anthem, it's not about disrespecting the flag. No, it's about upholding the right to free speech, to protest. Why can't you understand that? We had a teacher the other day thought it was so important to let us Hicks know about this truth, he stepped on an American flag only because nobody in the class had some scissors or had some matches. He would have burned it or cut it up. Of course, one student, and I'm so proud of that person, I'm so proud of the parents who raised that child. One guy got up, walked out. Not before he took a picture of the teacher standing on the flag. Now get this. The teacher, the whole lesson plan was freedom of speech, right to protest. It's an American thing, rah, rah, rah. The teacher wants the student punished who took the picture. And what about just everyday life? The mainstream media now. Think about CNN. Listen to this clown D-Hell Hughley talk about Rudy Giuliani. Tell me if that's not racist and hateful.
Well, when it comes from someone like Rudy Giuliani, do you think that, and I've been watching the Twitter war, people can go online and see for themselves.
Sure.
But do you think that he was trying to make a more innocuous point, that he was trying to say, have love of humanity?
I think that there was nothing loving about that situation. I think he was a brutal mayor who had basically a reign of terror of black people in this country and in the city. To me, taking parenting advice from Rudy Giuliani is like Kim Kardashian giving me marriage advice. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous when you have a person who has set over some of the most heinous things that happened to black people in the history of this country, and to say something like that every time somebody says something about injustice, they are the terrorists. MLK would be considered a terrorist. Gandhi was a terrorist. Mandela was a terrorist. And all they were trying to do was fight for for justice. And to me, to have when old white men tell black men how to act, like that's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
So there we have it. Okay? We know the field is set. Hundreds and hundreds of people on national media have explained very, very patiently to me. Apparently, I don't know the Constitution that well. Explain to me, Colin, it's all about the kneeling. It's all about the right to protest. You should be proud. But what are we to make of the case of this catcher for the Seattle Mariners who was just suspended from Major League Baseball for telling the truth about Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, guys, tonight for the very first time, we are actually hearing from Clevenger himself. These tweets have created a firestorm, and local leaders are calling them racist.
Since he's a catcher, he needs to catch his own ball and actually take the pitch for it.
Community leaders are calling it a major league foul.
The tweets are remarkably disappointing. I would say that they're racist in nature.
This after the Seattle Mariners organization confirmed and condemned their own catcher, Steve Clevenger, for tweeting what many are calling racist remarks from his personal Twitter account, @Clev_45.
Given that he put that information out there on electronic media, he should expect that it would come to light, that these things would become known to not just those that might follow him, but others as well.
While Clevenger's Twitter account is private, one of his followers, @Cablebox666, took screenshots and shared the tweets publicly Thursday afternoon.
Doesn't matter. He still said it. It's still his tweet. He still needs own responsibility for it.
The tweets appear to be in reaction to recent protests and civil unrest in Charlotte, North Carolina. The first tweet saying, quote, "BLM is pathetic once again. Obama, you are pathetic once again. Everyone involved should be locked behind bars like animals. Followed by the second tweet, quote, Black people beating whites when a thug got shot holding a gun by a black officer. Ha ha, blank, cracks me up. Keep kneeling for the anthem.
Because it was actually what I would call blatantly racist, and it shows that what his true thoughts are on people fighting for their lives on an everyday basis.
The Seattle Mariners responding, saying in part, they are, quote, very disappointed by the tweets posted on Clevenger's account. Going on to say, quote, while he is certainly free to express himself, we strongly disagree with the language and tone of his comments.
They're racist comments, and they're racist comments by what ultimately, because of the nature of his position, is a leader in our community and somebody that our children listen to. He's certainly not somebody that we want our kids to emulate.
And tonight, Ken Rosenthal from Fox Sports sharing this statement from Clevenger saying he wants to apologize to the Seattle Mariners, his teammates, his family, and the fans for the distraction my tweets on my personal Twitter page caused. He says that they were supposed to be private. He is sickened by the idea that anyone would think of him in racist terms. He says my tweets were reactionary to the events I saw on the news and were worded beyond poorly at best. And I can see how and why someone could read into my tweets far more deeply than how I actually feel. Now,
and how often have we exposed on this channel the blatant black on white hostility that's now also, we just saw an example of it with D.L. Hughley. Look, I mean, that was pure hostility. And now we've got a congressman down in North Carolina who represents Charlotte. He says the reason the people are protesting is because black people don't like white people, and now everybody's in a tizzy. I wonder where he got that idea.
Is there anything we should know?
You just know that all white people are fucking devils.
And make sure you air that one.
Air that shit.
Now. Don't take that
all
down.
white cops are fucking devils and white people. All are fucking devils. I don't like none of you motherfuckers.
That's a family member to the guy who was shot in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, the guy with the gun, the guy with the long criminal record, the guy who was reading a book, just can't find the book, that guy. So if you had asked me this morning, would Major League Baseball or anybody have had the nerve to suspend a catcher for calling Black Lives Matter a bunch of thugs? Well, remember, they did the same thing to that police officer in Baltimore a few weeks ago. He was a lieutenant. He sent an email out to all the members of his union saying, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter, they're a bunch of thugs. They suspended him for 2 weeks. This is a joke. The same people, in the same breath. It's like, yeah, we got to defend Colin Kaepernick, but suspend him, but suspend the catcher. Yeah, we got to defend D.L. Hughley, but get rid of that police officer. And everybody and all these brilliant talking heads, they just sit there and go, yeah. Yeah, I'm down with kicking them out. Yeah, I'm okay with Kaepernick talking, and I'm okay with kicking out the catcher. Yeah, I'll pretty much do anything not to make the black kids angry.